Okay, I'm making this as a follow-up to my last video, What if Episode 9 is actually good? And what I'm discussing is how to make Episode 9 good. There's a few things that I have that I'm pretty sure most fans would agree with me on. Number one, make Rey struggle. A lot of people have been pointing out that she tends to exhibit a lot of traits very similar to a Mary Sue, and, well, they have a point. She doesn't really struggle, she doesn't really lose, and it doesn't make her very compelling. But if she struggles a lot and loses, especially if it's right before whatever the final battle is, whatever her final test is, that will make her a lot more compelling and a much more relatable character. Number two, respect the original characters. This includes Chewie and the droids, who were given almost nothing in The Last Jedi. It also includes Lando, since Billy D. Williams is back. The fans love these characters. They love them more than pretty much anyone who Disney's added in, and I feel that these are the ones who could really carry a lot of the weight. So don't trash them aside. Don't do what you did with Luke in Episode 8, where he's just a grumpy old man. Make them as close to the originals as they can be. Obviously you got to give some room for character development in the years in between, but just don't disrespect them. 3. Minimize dislike characters. Honestly, people just didn't really care about Rose in The Last Jedi, and it's pretty clear that she's not a popular character, so just minimize people like her. Maz Kanata, that's another one who people just don't like. I don't see why they're shoehorning in characters and forcing characters in who just don't belong and don't have much of a place. Also, focus on the plot. This really doesn't need any explanation. It's don't spend an hour on a planet like Canto Bight where there's nothing really that's relevant to the major plot itself, because that was a waste of time. Major waste of time, and it really annoyed the large majority of fans. Next, develop the lesser developed characters. This does include Poe, but it's mostly about Finn. Finn really hasn't had much character development in The Last Jedi, and he was basically reset for a lot of it. And even in the end, when it looked like they were going to give him some character development with his sacrifice, he really didn't even do anything. It was just kind of reset again by Rose, who, as has been mentioned earlier, is not really a popular character. So I don't know why they're trying to force her into that story arc as well. Next, focus on one, maybe two villains. That way you can actually make them good. The original trilogy focused mainly on Vader. It had, some Palpatine. There was Tarkin there, and maybe Boba Fett. That was 4 villains in 3 movies. That's not bad. You can focus very well on each of them. So I would say Kylo could be a good villain to focus on. Just don't make him, some whiny teenager who just smashes everything in sight. It was kind of funny in The Force Awakens, but the novelty wore off really fast, and it's just not good anymore. He should be the leader of the First Order, and we kind of want someone with an adult level of maturity and a calm head. And finally, we have keep the ending in mind. One of the biggest problems I feel with The Last Jedi is it seemed like Rian Johnson was just kind of making it up as he went along. And that obviously led to a lot of, some plot holes, and the ending just felt really soft. Like, okay, what do we do now? And it just seemed to end because there was nowhere else to really take it. I don't want Episode 9, which would be the end of the entire saga thus far, to end on such a note. So, anyway, those are my thoughts. Let me know what you think in the comments. If you like this, make sure to give me a like and subscribe if you want more content like this. Thanks. See you in the next video.